Ladies, are you ready? Fellas, are you down to go to the club? How does she want it? How does she need it? Oh, how does she want it? How does she need it, yo? How does she want it? How does she need it, yo? How does she want it? How does she need it? Please forgive me, I can't get off your body. You're so nutty, beautiful lady. Please forgive me, I can't stop thinking about you. I will spend my time, spend my money, spend heaven's time with you, love.
16,000 square, 8 million up there, 2 million down here. When I was born, grandmama could see it. I be Bentley driven and very strategic. I red fleet, new diamonds are needed. Floors are heated, so be it, so be it. Fucking with P, get something to meet you. Your soul don't like your body, we help you free it. Then we wait for TMZ to leak it. It ain't no secret, so be it, so be it. I'll kill you. Smoke. So be it, so be it.
Terrorize this city long enough. Women
Smoke.
have to do something. Like
So
what?
be it. CLIP, SCFB, 8-ball LV. I can show you how to bust a brick if you let me. I'm monogram like confetti. Switch is ready. She leaning on Celine cause she ain't stepping into Steffi. Catch her, buck 50 like each Pirelli. I got 8 of them, call me Andretti. If I'm not in the telly, selling the Yeti, then I'll twirling your bitch like she in spaghetti. Heavy, circle back and come and get this Kelly. And your ears too if you want a blue like belly. Lot of jetting, Prada betting, 9/11. I'm no fool with what? Papa heaven. Fuck around and get your body traced trying to test me. Cause niggas that I'm with like to draw when it's sketchy. If they catch me, don't forget me. Resurrect me. Buy a dog tag the same place that they forget me. Ski. Smoke. So be it, so be it. Smoke.
It's time to get to work.
So be it, so be
You
it.
ain't solid, ain't valid, you ain't malice. Been quiet, ain't riot, you ain't Paris. Blow money, you owe money, we ain't balanced. You ain't believe, God did, you ain't Khaled. All black, back to back, this ain't traffic. Can't wrap your head round that, you ain't Arab. Y'all tweet, bird talk, we all parrot. Lone Star, cross the border, we like Dallas. 21, guns and loot, we been savage. Tag 'em up, add 'em up, them niggas average. Fly 'em in, fly 'em out, only the baddest. If I had her, then you had her, she never mattered. Wish upon the stars of my roof, they all scattered. Ain't no more Neptune, so peace Saturn. Off the first key up, they re-up. It's a pattern, like middlemen, they killing them. You know what happens.
Smoke.
From high school.
So be it, so be it.
What did you do?
I just did.
Smoke.
I worked out 6 hours a day.
Cried in front of me, you died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping, she ain't need you to eat. The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video I can share in AE it. They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ it. So be it, so be it.
This is culture.
Smoke. So be it, so be it.
3 weeks ago,
Smoke.
the state stole the encryption keys to the
So
entire
be it,
U.S.
so be it.
I need your supersonic accounting skills to help me figure out the last piece of this puzzle. Like a job. Stop. You were the coolest guy in school. My only friend, Cal. You're the only one in this whole world that I trust. Not my friend.
I'm not.
I know, but they think you're rich.
But I'm not.
Probably one of those perception versus reality things.
Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson play versions of themselves in Central Intelligence based on their actual spooky lives. They had to run away from bad guys as they got more and more famous. People tried to kill them. This is the unbelievable story of Kevin and Dwayne Johnson in a spooky comedy fashion.
You were like
Two
Jason
secret
Bourne in
agents
Jordan.
must stop Lex Luthor from destroying the world. based on events that happened during the Y2K situation. Central Intelligence is intelligent, it's smart, very witty, and groundbreaking visual effects. You just gotta watch it. Oh yeah, today we shall be looking at a lot of great films and TV shows in connection to the Frankenstein and the Planet of the Apes universe. Stitchhead is a beautiful action comedy horror about a young Frankenstein monster. Frankenstein built him at an early age, but then disposed of him and forgot about him, what he could do. This was because the young Frankenstein monster was simply too good, too efficient at his job. So Frankenstein kept searching for an imperfect monster. In his lab, he's always working to create the new imperfect monster. Stitchhead always secretly helps Frankenstein achieve glory in his inventions, yet he doesn't get any respect for it. He is his minion that is never respected. What happens when Stitchhead decides to say, let me make it on my own, let me do my own thing? That's when he becomes famous and very wealthy. Stitchhead is a great family movie with a horror edge, something the kids can enjoy late at night, but make sure they don't get nightmares when they go to bed. They might not believe in you, but I believe in your dreams. You can achieve it all if you try.
I must go down to the town and rescue Stitchhead.
So brave, very brave.
He's toast.
Yeah, it doesn't stand a chance. The castle is full of monsters, and monsters mean money.
They all live peacefully, and there's nothing you can do about it. As long
We
as
are
I
monsters.
can be
This is time to let out your monstrousness. Just be whoever you be. You weren't afraid.
It's monster time. You can tell me,
However good the
beautiful
trailer is,
baby,
it's never enough.
I can do anything.
Coaching college cheer has been
Oh my god, cheerleading practice starts now. We gotta be on point.
Oh, this is
Do not make your friends stumble. Make sure you're humble enough to show them the way of making it as a cheerleader today. In the early 2000s, there was a buzz about cheerleaders. First of all, American Beauty, which was the official Benetton movie about a cheerleader who falls in love with her friend's stepfather. Awkward. Well, that movie spinned off in a way that gave us some Benetton movies. I think there are 3 or 4 Benetton movies, and those movies starring the likes of Gabrielle Union and other famous actresses were a huge success. In 2025, we have a reboot of the Benetton universe. This time it's called Stumble. An award-winning cheerleading coach is forced out of her job when they say, hey, we've had about enough of you. You keep winning them titles and bringing in them black women. It's too much of your cheerleading. Cheerlead yourself out of here. So she's forced to go to a junior college where cheerleading is not really a thing. She discovers some misfits who she can turn into queens of the cheerleading squad. Let's go. Fire. What does that spell? Fire. We are fire. Yeah. It's not easy because some of them are just simply pathetic, but she ultimately puts together a great team and they gain a standing ovation for their first performance until something goes wrong right at the end. Someone is dropped. It's a voodoo thing. Other cheerleading squads keep using voodoo against them. Will they win? Will they make nationals? It's up to you to watch it. The first season of Stumble is amazing.
Can I win the title? I can, I will, I must.
Yeah, you will. When I say heddle, you say what? Heddle what?
Oh, there she goes.
Don't you need me like I need you now? Please don't make me stumble, 'cause I'm in love with you. Blue Moon, starring Ethan Hawke and Margaret Qualley, is amazing. Surely, if you're a musician, an aspiring artist, actor, director, creative, this is a film for you. Talking about the life of blues legends in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the likes of Louis Armstrong. The film secretly explores the musicians, the trials, the tribulations that they go through as they try to make a statement that can be masterpiece worthy. This movie is worthy of your attention. If you want to be the next Frank Sinatra and go really far as a rock star, you just gotta watch it. Amazing.
We should be dreaming about new Rogers and Hart, something people haven't seen before, something big. We have to work like professionals, Larry. It's a business. That's all. Elizabeth, I adore this girl.
You're going to introduce me to Richard Rogers, right?
She's a
You
girl.
wanna
I always
make
thought that your
it
interests went more
real,
towards
have to make
interest.
sure that you
So now you were going to
put in
analyze me?
everything
Dr.
in
Bacardi.
the work that you do.
What do you think she sees in him? I
Love
think she
me,
recognizes
this is
she's being
cool,
adored by one of the
not
great
a
appreciators of beauty.
playground for
There's no way around that one, is there? When the girl
who
loves the
don't
guy
wanna
with all of her
follow
heart, and he just doesn't return her
Understand
feeling?
what
Do you have any idea what that feels like?
Nobody ever loved me that much.
It can be awkward pursuing your dreams,
striking.
but it's
Are you
worth it
wishing-
in the
Oh,
end.
no.
I promise you this,
I'm
my
in love with her.
friend.
But everybody's in love with her.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone
Wise guy.
without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Welcome to the planet of the apes. Just kidding. It is not a planet of the apes, but we are all weird like apes. You don't need pens for the victory dance, 'cause baboons better than weasel. Yeah, baboons gonna wait again. No, I am weasel. Just love that show. Today on Entertainment Review, we speak about the connection between Emma Stone in her latest Oscar buzz role in the film Begonia, and the film's connection to Kevin Hart's latest stand-up comedy special, Acting My Age, and also its connection to season 2 of the Sherlock Holmes-inspired medical detective show Watson, featuring Morris Chestnut. We shall also review the latest animation to speak about Frankenstein, Stitchhead. It's amazing. I hope we don't stumble because we have a brand new Bring It On spin-off special called Stumble to speak about. Plus Ethan Hawke and Margaret Qualley gave us Blue Moon. It's gonna be a full moon tonight. I can feel it really. I think it's just haunting. Maybe not. I can't call it. I'm just an alcoholic. I'm sorry.
Greetings.
In Begonia, two-time Oscar winner Emma Stone returns in a strange sequel to both Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness. In Poor Things, Emma Stone played the Frankenstein monster created as a bride of Frankenstein. Not for the Frankenstein monster, but for Frankenstein himself.
This is Mr. McCann.
And it was created by Frankenstein himself. This is the perfect woman for me. That is the doctor. He hoped to marry her and give her a home, but she chose to leave him and go with the original Frankenstein monster to go and get married in secret. Oh no! After this, the monster of Frankenstein spends a fortune trying to please his woman, and it works for a while. They make love. Oh the time, but she does it without a smile.
Where did she come from?
Once the bride is exposed to other men and circumstances, she soon realizes that her beauty and body are very valuable, and so she becomes a prostitute. Leaves Frankenstein monster heartbroken, no, and in an awkward situation. She left him in Paris to join not a monastery, but a Moulin Rouge type environment full of women keen on sexual independence and exploration. Soon Emma Stone becomes famous for being a hard-working prostitute. She makes a killing, that's a hell of a lot of loot. But now there's a problem. She misses her simpy husbands, both Frankenstein and his monsters. So what does she do? She goes back to Frankenstein's mansion. She begs for forgiveness and huge divorce settlement. Oh my god, what? That's right, I want to be paid for being beautiful and being with you for those first years. Ridiculous, I have no money here. Yes, you do. Just give it up, my dear. Until the scientist Frankenstein learns a huge lesson about women. What's that? Even if you build her from the ground up, you simply can't control them. They'll always have their own mission and intuition which could drive them away from you, and that's no matter what you do for them. Be flexible to change and don't cling to the ways things have been. Change is a magic constant. Poor Things, starring Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, and Avengers star Mark Ruffalo, was a smash hit at the box office. Yo, it also won the critics over, aiding Emma Stone not her first, but a second Oscar for Best Actress. That's just fantastic. You know what that means? What? Two actresses playing prostitutes have won Best Actress 2 years in a row at the Oscars. First we had Emma Stone, then this year's Mikey Madison for Rowan and Noro. Wow, these are slutty times, dirty times. I'll explain though. In Kinds of Kindness, we have Jesse Plemons, Willem Dafoe, and of course Emma Stone portraying different characters in 3 connected stories. All of them are about the occult rituals of the 60s, which made prophets like Charles Manson seem like humble hippies. He's just a kid. Kinds of Kindness is very much a taboo film. People have accused it of trying to incite and cause an uprising against Satanists in these strange environments. So what happens in the film? In the first story we have Jesse Plemons playing a version of Jeffrey Epstein. In it, the film portrays him as an overt cult ritualist who has aimed everything he has through practices of occult, embarrassing religion. Sometimes his boss confronts him about his faith and asks for commitment to Hollywood ways. Okay, you are not weird enough. You're becoming too normal. Are you a pastor or a holy weird bastard? You need to act your role. Be a pedophile, gangster, that kind of ish. He tells the young Epstein to fake being a pedophile who hosts parties for underage children. In those parties, famous actors and legends like Oprah Winfrey, Kevin Spacey, and even Reverend T.D. Jakes can make their stake on their favorite child actor that they would want to date. Awkward. The film thus hints at the actual circumstances that led to the creation of the Epstein Island. Wow, hooray, totally inappropriate, but okay, tea time. Because we're about to have already crossed that fine line. Have some tea before you lose your mind. My producer says we don't have time for tea, so just eat up quickly, okay? So Jeffrey Epstein is in fact a fake name that was used by what some believe is actually a zombie version of Michael Jackson. What? People question if Jeffrey Epstein even existed, or was it just a twisted way for the press to get their panties wet? What I mean is, it is a wet dream or mind-blowing orgasm to have a high-ranking man linked to the President of the United States caught in a web of sexual perversion and rapey situations. He was like a virus form of Harvey Weinstein mixed with the date rape drug apparently used by Bill Cosby. But some claim he didn't really exist the way we think. Was Jeffrey Epstein Michael Jackson pretending to be a perverted white man? The answer is yes. How dumb. Michael Jackson died a long time ago. That's what you know. What I know is a little different. Michael Jackson died but then came back in some way, my guys. How though he's a zombie who takes up personas of human beings who also died previously. Jeffrey Epstein was the latest version of Michael Jackson pretending to be a pedophile once again. Why do all that, my friend? Because in order to fight a holy war, sometimes you gotta pretend to be the devil himself. That is spooky as hell. The film Blink Twice featuring Zoe Kravitz in her directorial debut was supposed to be called Pussy Island, but she changed the title to evade people who might call her a pervy psycho. Blink Twice starring Channing Tatum, Haley Joel Osment, Zoe Kravitz, and Kristen Slater. It's about a bunch of rich men who seduce women that take them to an island. On this island, they drug them, then take advantage of them sexually and emotionally. No, not a taboo film. The women who keep on partying with these rapists don't notice a thing. Why is that, my friend? Because the rapists wipe their memory with more drinks and more drinks. Drinks only, so they don't see clearly. One of the women, who is in fact a close girlfriend of Channing Tatum, has noticed the awkward happenings and has experienced nightmares about the whole date rape thing. Is it actually happening, or am I dreaming? She begins investigating and soon meets a rude awakening. Like literally, she woke up during the date rape incident and started experiencing a traumatic realization. Like, oh my god, I was abused. Our Lois Lane decides to warn all her slutty friends about what is happening to them, but the women, usually don't believe it. They're having too much fun. But then they form a coalition government, an uprising against the patriarchy. In the epic conclusion, Lois Lane and her friends beat and humiliate their rapists, some even to death. Lois Lane is no longer your favorite toy on Candy Cane Lane. She wants the justice, man. Is that justice? More justice. As though she begins torturing Channing Tatum for everything he did to her. Why'd you do that? At the last minute, she decides to have a change of heart about killing him and realizes, I should release him on one condition. What's that? Make me rich and famous like you, of course. I want the money. The condition is that she marries her. She marries him, and he should give her half of his property. Of course, this guy just wants money from him. Hell. Just take me to jail. I don't want to give up my precious tech company to a woman who can barely read. Well, after fighting about the nitty-gritties, Lois Lane takes over Clark Kent's company and basically destroys it ultimately. Then she reverts it back to him because she didn't understand tech stuff, my friends. Just because you know how to take selfies doesn't mean you can run Facebook, baby. You think I'm crazy? Of course I hired some tech nerds to do the heavy lifting, but even them struggle to understand any of the programming. The film Blink Twice is based on what actually would happen on Epstein Island. Celebrities and their women used it as a place to indulge in rock and roll, baby.
Nice to meet you, Frida. We're going to my island for a few days.
Do you guys want to come?
Did we just jet off to a billionaire's island with a bunch of strangers?
It's time for us to make some baby. Afternoon delight.
Please.
A place for love-making, orgies, alcohol parties, and more. On this island, it's not 2024, but the 60s. Now for what the truth really is. Yes, Jeffrey Epstein is played by Channing Tatum. I know he did not rape anyone. The women signed a constant film that's like a huge contract full of safe words to use when the sex has gone too far. I consent to indulging in this wild sex party no matter how wild it gets. After this, I will get payment and a brand new luxurious apartment. Truth is, the whole thing is just a wild, lustful way for husbands to show their women that they can go to the extreme just to please them in the bedroom. It's basically role play for wealthy people. The raping incidents were faked by Epstein, his colleagues, and the government. Why is that? Well, if you don't believe Michael Jackson is a pedophile, maybe you might want to hang him for being too amazing at music making. Celebrity status is pay, man. In order to survive the harsh treatment and death threats, you have to metaphorically kill yourself first. Bruce Lee talked about the art of dying. If you want to win, you must learn the art of dying. One must fake weakness sometimes, even to the extreme, just to elude the painful screams of those who want you dead anyway. I don't like it. It's ugly and satanic as F. It might make you want to give up and just continue being normal, but you can't, though. Your life is different now. Survive the scandals, and God will bless you more and more. It's the persecution of celebrity, of the artist. Pretty hurts. As Beyonce and Sia says, pretty hurts. It's because once you are famous, darling, the world will always hate you badly. So why not embrace it?
It's a really special place.
Now let's think about the film Anora and Poor Things, and what do it really mean? Poor Things is not about a lustful woman who loves committing adultery. It is actually about a rising actress who had to fake being a prostitute just to make it in Hollywood. Think Sharon Stone, Madonna, Meryl Streep, and even Emma Stone herself. These women all left home, then pretended to be strippers at a strip club to get attention for the whole thing, then ended up being actresses with huge passions. Like, where did I get her from? In Nora, it's basically the same thing. Mikey Madison portrays a real-life version of Nicki Minaj and how before she became famous for making music about her gorgeous butt. My anaconda dog, my anaconda dog. She had to fake being a prostitute. The scandal involving Nora getting married to her wealthy cousin was in fact Nicki Minaj and Justin Bieber. They had to fake being a raunchy young Russian couple so that the people would not throw many stones at them in an uproar. Well, they still threw many stones at them, but it worked out perfectly. Almost being a celebrity is indeed a heavy cost. What the fuck? My anaconda dog. My anaconda. In Begonia, Emma Stone plays a secret agent pretending to be an alien from a different planet. Her mission was to unearth a plot by alien terrorists to stop the government from spreading COVID-19. Okay, this is hella confusing. What do you mean? Yes, it is rocket science involving the Mayhem Lions, but I will explain all of it somehow. Emma Stone is the head of a corporation that does illegal experiments on human beings. It's Planet of the Apes stuff, basically. The company is in fact the one that brought dinosaurs back to life in the Jurassic Park series. Emma Stone and her company believe that they have the key to immortality. It's by humans agreeing to sacrifice their bodies to experiments that can turn them into apes and chimpanzees. Once they are chimpanzees, they can be studied in their natural habitats. There is where, in fact, silverback gorilla who cooperate with humans and tell the human doctors how to stop cancer from spreading. We know how to stop cancer. Give us a chance. It is believed that in the Planet of the Apes situation, humans can transform into apes and sub-apes into man to balance the scales of scientific development. They can find out how human cells react to new environments and conditions. The secret to better living might be hidden in understanding chips. They secretly have the fountain of youth and are willing to give it up if only humans can give them something back. And what is that? A trade-off. Some humans become apes while some apes become humans. Okay, that is not crazy. Well, it is, but believe me, that's how it works. That is how we got to know how aspirin can be used to cure migraines. Human beings transformed into apes then experimented together with the best ape scientists. In Begonia, that scientist is played by Emma Stone. She's an angel pretending to be an alien and is also taking part in a Planet of the Apes situation. She has been working with the government on a secret project to unearth terrorists who are trying to spread COVID-19 so that they can kill Barack Obama and Kamala Harris and Jay-Z and Beyonce. Can you imagine? No, I can't. Why is that, my friend? Through COVID-19, terrorists hope to kill all strong black males and females who could take over the world. God against his better judgment lets this situation happen, only with slightly different circumstances. What's that? Instead of letting COVID-19 kill the strongest humans who can change the world, he orders scientists, we are the world, like Emma Stone in Begonia, to weaponize it and bring Armageddon to the earth. COVID-19 was in fact a version of the flood that led to the building of Noah's Ark. Oh my God, in the times of Noah, God said he was simply appalled by the levels of evil that were hidden in the hearts and minds of people. So he instructed Noah to build an ark to save him from the flood. What he really meant was Lex Luthor or the devil were planning to create artificial industries that create a storm and flood the world. Using black magic and science with stuff, Satan created global warming, a situation that could cause the flooding of the world. So God didn't flood the world, it was a terrorist event. But he did weaponize it by allowing it to happen so that he could purge human beings for their despicable actions. Stupid humans, you make me look bad. Similarly with COVID-19, God did not mysteriously cause it to happen. He allowed it to happen, but then changed the outcome of Lex Luthor's intentions. Get ready, my friends. Lex Luthor or the devil wanted COVID-19 to kill the strongest black men and women so that he could stop people like Dahmer from rapping. Sorry about that. What then happened was that the deliberate spread of COVID-19 by the devil and his minions turned out different for human beings. Instead of threatening to kill blacks and some Indians, Asians and Hispanics, it in fact killed everyone. Okay, God, that's a strange plot. You're supposed to save the blacks, not kill everyone. Don't worry, my my son. I know what I'm doing. The truth is, we all got the flu, died, and went to heaven. But then God made a decision to rid the world of evil and its intentions, then send back only the chosen people. If you survived COVID-19, it's because you died, but then God brought you back. Because you have an important mission and you impact for the world like you can't imagine. Don't give up. Don't take life for granted because your gifts, your talents are important. We need you alive, my friends. The film Begonia, starring Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and Alicia Silverstone playing Batwoman, a version of her that is dying, is amazing. It's weird and complex, far from what you can imagine. I shall continue to discuss this film after a few weeks at least. For now, let's let the tough truths settle in.
23-year-old came down with a spinal tumor.
What's that, pussycat? Yeah, 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 yeah. What's that, pussycat? Yeah, 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 yeah. Pussycat, pussycat, I love you. Why do you hurt me? Pussycat, pussycat, where are you? Let's settle down. What's up, pussycat? Yeah, 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 yeah. What's that, pussycat? Yeah, 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 yeah. Emma Stone, I love you. Let's save the world. Emma Stone, won't you say something to me, my lady?
We want you to think it's you, that it's you who made this world. But it's always been them.
Two terrorists decide to kidnap the head of an organization that has been turning humans into apes. They are trying to stop Armageddon and create their own version of Armageddon. What happens next is very unpredictable. The head of that organization fights back and manages to trick them into killing themselves. She then manages to spread the strain of COVID-19 that we know about. Begonia is based on a true story, believe it or not.
In the next 48 hours, the police and the FBI will begin a statewide manhunt. I'm a high-profile female corporate executive.
How can we stop the end of the world when we are the ones that want it to end? Can we bend time or freeze ourselves in the past, going back to the way things used to be? That could be, my friends. We gotta
I've done a ton of research on that.
forward.
You're killing our planet.
Alien fellas.
I'm not an alien.
Good luck, babe. Good luck, babe. I shall not let you destroy this planet. Good luck, babe. Good luck, babe.
I know who you
I am on a mission to save us
I know
all.
what you are.
The hubris of man shall be their undoing.
Teddy.
Greatness can still come to full fruition. We have a chance to change history. We have a chance to pave the way for you and me. Better life. One tadamira. Oh, one tadamira. One tadamira. Oh, one tadamira. I gotta change the world now. I gotta stop the virus.
Morris Chestnut plays a black version of Sherlock Holmes, pretending to be Sherlock Holmes' psychic, Watson. Elementary, my dear. Well, it's not elementary, Sherlock Holmes. This is very complicated. Watson runs a hospital given to him by both the family of the fake Sherlock Holmes and the government. In this hospital, he deals not only with life-threatening situations, but with zombies pretending to be human beings sent by God on a mission to stop the next major COVID-19 event from happening. What's up, in episode 5 of season 2, Watson met with a realistic version of Professor Xavier from the X-Men, or maybe Stephen Hawking, a man paralyzed from his head to his toes, not able to speak or make fists. In the episode, Professor Xavier has been sent from heaven to warn John Watson or Sherlock Holmes about the coming of another strain of COVID-19. It's the apocalypse. I can only tell you about it by blinking it twice, 3 times, lips. Okay. The events of that episode are based on the happenings between scientists in 2021 trying to stop the continuous spread of COVID-19. The reasons why we have so many strains coming back again and again, and it's like a crazy video game or like Resident Evil, is because the evil men were relentless and spreading something that could kill Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Usher. Usher. More like, we can't let that situation burn. Unluckily for them, a real-life version of Dr. John Watson, that is maybe Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Clinton, and even a zombie version of Professor Stephen Hawking, stopped the end of the world from happening. Stephen Hawking was in fact a real-life version of Professor Xavier from X-Men. He sacrificed his body for scientific experimentation so that he could find the cure to COVID-19 and other things. In episode 6 of Watson, John Watson is once again tested like you can't believe. A young man claiming to be suffering from shortness of breath and can't breathe properly. Actually turned out to be an ape who got transformed into a man to help save the world from a deadly strain of COVID-19. To stop the impending doom from happening, Watson must carefully diagnose this man, but he doesn't have health insurance. No health insurance for apes. He's a dead man walking who came out of a morgue and decided to check himself into Dr. Watson's clinic. What do you mean I gotta pay $10,000? Can I give you bananas? No. What's up, Watson? Truth is, I'm a dead man walking, hoping for you to help in discovering the next strain of COVID-19. Okay, I'll help you. And so Watson, against his better judgment, ends up helping this very sick man on a sick thing. In the conclusion, Dr. Watson unearths a scam by Lex Luthor that stops him from infecting the world with a new strain of COVID-19. What's up, what's a guy? Life is very hard and strange. The episode is arguably one of the greatest I've ever seen. You gotta watch it. Watson, it's absolutely groundbreaking, gorgeous entertainment. Sorry about what you had to go through, Mr. Watson. Life is crazy. If we could stop the strain of COVID-19, we can save the world again. Since about 1999, Kevin Hart has been making us laugh all the time. He was in Scary Movie. He was in Fool's Gold. He was in Central Intelligence. He was in Ride Along and Ride Along 2 alongside Ice Cube. He has been Ice Cube in Jumanji. He's everywhere, basically. From his slapstick performances as a buddy cop in Central Intelligence to his more serious roles like the one in Fool's Gold where he plays the villain, Kevin Hart is really amazing, a true generational talent who is paving the way forward for future black and Hispanic talents to make it in the Hollywood spaces. In his latest stand-up comedy, special titled Acting My Age, the Mark Twain Award recipient, that is Kevin Hart, makes fun of all his problems once again. In it, he speaks about the awkwardness of growing up in a world where entertainment is treated like dogs when they should be celebrated. Kevin takes multiple digs at his own family for apparently poisoning him on several occasions and giving him the shits. Couldn't stop shaking the shits. As most of ceremony, Kevin Hart makes a light of the situation and forgives them, but he doesn't forget the persecution. The set is called Acting My Age because his parents always accused him of being too childish and wasting his life away doing comedy. They never supported his acting and comedy career. For that reason, Kevin lived in fear, never wanting to expose his true talents. Truth is, him and Dwayne Johnson grew up together. They both hoped to make the world better, but they suffered for their exceedingly brilliant talents and dedications. The skit in Central Intelligence where Dwayne Johnson is portrayed as a fat teenager who's hated and they steal his clothes and they throw him in the basketball court actually happened to both him and Kevin Hart in different occasions. Oh my God. Kevin Hart, who has struggled against hatred for his talents, now speaks out against the evils of the world in a hilarious, thought-provoking way. His joke about a zookeeper trying to convince Kevin Hart to act like an ape to stop an actual ape from killing him actually happened. The zookeeper was hired to kill Kevin Hart and sell his body parts to Lex Luthor. that he can bring Kevin back as an ape. Despite the promise of a huge paycheck, the young Kevin refused to be part of this evil experiment. The truth behind everything is carefully explained in the final set of Acting My Age. Kevin Hart is really one of the best comedians I have ever seen. You gotta watch it.
Just use the other side. I said, bitch, fix it. These younger kids get hurt, they bounce right back. I was playing basketball, one of the kids twisted his ankle. I said, oh shit. You know how he fixed it in real time? He bent down, tied his shoe up tight, jumped up. You can't do no shit like that after 40. Your ankle hit that court, the next day, you in that boot. I thought you twisted your ankle. Turns out it's my meniscus and my Achilles. They say I'm out for 8 months. 8 months? You didn't even play. The older you get, the less you can have. Old people don't give a fuck. Come on, Grandpa, you know you can't eat that salt. Motherfucker, I know. I love the spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. Every time I eat that sandwich, it comes out my ass like a buckshot. One shot. Bam! I don't even look back. I know it's a mess. I know. I got a fear of hurting myself to the point where I can't move, but I fall underneath the shower head and the water keep coming down, and I gotta sit there and fight for my life for 6 hours. I'm like, they find me with a little dick because I've been in the fucking water for 6 hours. Shoot me, man.
Me and Joni Slash about to make a splash. Me and Joni Slash about to make a splash. Came from the underground, rose from the bottom. Now I'm out here in the autumn, or is it the rainy season? I feel feverish, about to give the game a new strain of COVID-19. I am the Lex Luthor, I am the Joker, but also I wanna be a peacemaker. I wanna do you favors. I wanna be like Santa Claus to these young arms who not gifted enough. Young gifted the black, more like young rich but whack. You cannot measure up to us. We've been fighting a lot of things, that's why we more exciting and frightening. The comedies that I be doing are based on actual things that were embarrassing that happened. I'm like Kevin Hart, I'm never acting my age at this stage.
Thank you, Kevin, for inspiring me.